Tear their ass up, simple as that.
You good?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get it. Action. What's up, everybody, and welcome to Fastest First Q&A with me, DeAuszlo Swift, but you can call me D, and I am your first year representative or first year rep. Before I get started, I want to give a quick shout out to my man Bobby, who's our historian and also our cameraman. Say what's up. I also want to give a special shout out to Herman, who's also in the cut with his camera. So what's up? And yeah, let's go ahead and get started with these questions. Or actually, before we do, if y'all haven't checked out Cooking with Culture Chairs, be sure to look at that video. It's by Mylan, Janaya, and Alyssa. They made this really good recipe that honestly had me hungry when I saw it. So if y'all didn't get the chance, I'm gonna put a link in the description somewhere for you to watch it, but go ahead and watch it right after this video if you can. Our first question is, what do you want to do after school? I know immediately I want to go to grad school. I don't care if it's in-state or out-of-state. I just want to go to school somewhere. But I know just in general, after schooling is over, I want to just be able to travel the world, learn about different people and different cultures. I know I in particular want to go into the medical field. So it'd be really cool if I could be a medical scientist somewhere and just work with different research teams around the world and just helping people get healthier. So if I had to say what I want to do after school, it's pretty much just going to be traveling and doing a whole bunch of medical work. But yeah, that's pretty much it. What is that? Gosh, I'm trying to make a video here. Our next question is, what do you want to do, or what do you do in your free time? Just general questions about self-care despite all my responsibilities, how I balance school and a social life, and just time management tips. So to give more background on what I do, along with being Fastest First Year representative, I am also an RA in Tower Village on campus. So yeah, it's a lot of work that I have to do along with my schoolwork. So I think what really works for me personally is just creating a schedule. I know I live by Google Calendar just because it can send me alerts, and I'm usually on my phone a lot. So just to have Google send me alerts saying you got a class at this time, be sure to do this type of work at this time, really helps me stay on schedule and just makes me get my work done. But after I usually blot off my schedule and what I have to do in terms of school, in terms of work, whatever free time I have left, I just like to relax. Usually I just like to listen to music. So I know personally Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole are my favorite artists. So I typically have their albums in constant rotation. But yeah, that's pretty much just it. Just really use a schedule, use Google Calendar or something that's gonna help you keep up with your priorities. And from there, whatever free time that you have, take care of yourself, whether it's listening to music, taking time to take a nap, or just, do whatever you need to do to help yourself out throughout the day. So our next question is, how have you been dealing with school for the first few weeks? How has being on campus been in the midst of a pandemic? How do you like this online format? And just pretty much questions just surrounding how school's been and what has campus life been like since coming back to school. I'm not gonna lie, I was really hoping that we would have classes in person, and I was really hoping that we would be able to, see each other. I know especially with FAFSA, a lot of us were hoping that we would be able to come together and meet each other again in person instead of using this online format. So I know personally, I'm just I'll do what I have to do in order to pass my classes and just get through the semester. But ideally speaking, I would have much rather be in person. So it has been an adjustment, constantly sitting in Zoom meetings and constantly meeting over Google meetings or something like that. But otherwise though, I've been adjusting pretty well. It's different, but I have been adjusting to it in a way that isn't gonna make me drop out of school or anything. Alright, so our next question is, what is some advice for making friends and dealing with toxic relationships? It's a good question. In a normal setting, I would have to say that really just making friends, a large part of it is really just putting yourself out there. So really just find something that, I guess I'll go off my experiences. I know a lot of the ways that I made friends on campus. First off was in my residence hall. So I know in the residence hall I used to live in, a lot of people would hang out in the lobby. So it would just be me and my roommate, and then we would go out into the lobby. And then after a while, we ended up having a group of about 10 friends. And then over time, you know, things change. And so 10 friends may go down to 6 friends, which may go down to like a solid 4. So really, that's just how life goes, and just how college goes. So you may experience that, but really what helps is just putting yourself out there. Going to student clubs often helps. So if you have an interest in video games, we actually have a club here on campus for that. So you can make friends there. If it's about a particular culture or religious practice, you can make friends there. But really just finding groups that have some of the same interests and identities as you really helps. And as far as dealing with toxic friendships, I think the best way to really deal with those is just to let them go, which really isn't a pretty process at all. I know what typically happens is, at least when I'm seeing people like distance themselves from friends that were very toxic for them, they would just stop communicating with them after a while. So sometimes they just stop communicating with them completely, and then sometimes it's really just, you know, maybe they send a text message and you spend like, I don't know, 2 or 3 days to respond. And then after a while, you just kind of increase the amount of time before eventually the friendship just kind of fizzles out. So really, you shouldn't be dealing with any toxic people at all. But if you find yourself in a situation where you have friends that you're like, we're probably not the best around each other, really just be honest with yourself and then just distance yourself from them, because you have to take care of you at the end of the day. Our next question is, what do you do if you don't know what to do after college? Which is a really tough question. What I would say in that situation is really just taking the time to find out what some of your passions are. I know that can be a really scary thing when you're done with college and you don't necessarily know what to do afterwards. And I want to say that you don't have to actually have a plan like right then and there of, oh, after college I'm going to do this, and this. Relax. It's okay to really just take your time and really just kind of sit around for a bit and really just ponder about what you could or could not do, what you want to do, what you don't want to do. Really just finding out if you have any goals, and if you don't, really just kind of see what interests you. See what's really constructive to you, or what really aligns with you and speaks to you personally. And from there, you can start building slowly. But I would definitely say that there's also people that you can get in contact with too, and I'll put some information in the video somewhere about that. So if you find yourself in a position where you don't really know what to do, there's people to help, but also you can take your time and really just find something that really speaks to you. The next question that I got was why I wanted to be a part of FAFSA and why I wanted to be FAFSA's first year rep. So since I got on campus, I pretty much heard a whole bunch of good things about FAFSA. And even running into them, they seemed like a really solid bunch of people. Wow, something is biting my ankles. I keep scratching them. But really, I just heard a lot of good things about FAFSA. And then after actually just taking the time last year to just join and then see all the cool things that they did, whether it was culture night, the FAFSA pageant, really getting the chance to be a part of D7 Olympics and Winter Classics, and then just aside from those main events, just like the meetings in general and seeing how open and welcoming and how goofy a lot of the people were, I really just felt comfortable there, and I really just thought that, you know, throughout the rest of my time at UNCG, I definitely want to be a part of this organization. And then as far as why I wanted to be the first year rep, I actually was toying around with the idea of being on council. And so I remember the night that they had the interest meeting, I was like, do I want to? I don't know. And then I kind of just went on let's just go and see what happens type of mentality. So I went, saw a lot of people there, got the chance to talk to some of the people that were in positions, getting a lot of good feedback and just getting a lot of insight on what each position holds. And then eventually I got nominated to be the first year rep. So after looking at the responsibilities, I was like, well, I was encouraged to take the position, and then I just went ahead and filled out the application, and I got it. So now here I am, doing this YouTube video, getting my ankles ate up by a whole bunch of ants. So it's awesome, but I like it though. I really do like it. I forgot what restaurant it was that I had peanut sauce from, but it was really good. And I actually might have been Taco Bell. I know, yeah, I think it was Taco Bell now that I think about it. I'm looking at you because I'm like, it's all looking at a bush when I'm saying this. But I think I went to Taco Bell one day and I just ordered like a rice bowl. And I think they had like peanut sauce and ginger sauce. And I remember getting the peanut sauce and then just loving it. And then I went to go buy some and I still love it. So, in my opinion, if you could put peanut sauce on whether it be rice, chicken, noodles, whatever it is, it definitely helps with me. I know I personally enjoy it. And that is all the questions. Thank you all for watching this video. Again, if you like it, I don't know how to end a YouTube video. Shoot. What do YouTubers usually say? Like, comment, and subscribe? Something like that? Yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Be on the lookout for any sort of announcements that we may have. If you haven't checked the newsletter yet, please do. There's a lot of pertinent information there. And I will see y'all on the next video. Bye, y'all. And thanks for having tea with me.